welcome back to our channel. Madison never expected that a casual afternoon would shatter everything she thought she knew about Allison. The discovery began innocuously: an old, forgotten letter hidden in a drawer, its edges yellowed and brittle, and a mysterious phone call overheard while she tidied up the house. At first, she hesitated, thinking it might be nothing more than a trivial piece of the past. But as she read the letter and pieced together the fragmented words, her heart raced, and a chilling realization took hold: Allison's mother was not who anyone had been told, it was Leslie. The revelation was instantaneous. Madison felt the floor tilt beneath her as if the world itself had turned on its axis. All of Allison's pride, all the stories she had shared about her family, suddenly seemed like a carefully constructed facade. Every smile, every anecdote about her childhood, now carried a shadow of deception. Madison was paralyzed by a mixture of disbelief and fear. She realized that Allison had been hiding a past so entangled with secrets and family scandals that it could rewrite the relationships she held dear. The initial shock quickly gave way to curiosity. Madison felt compelled to dig deeper, each discovery more unsettling than the last. The letters revealed intricate details of Leslie's life, hinting at betrayals, unspoken rivalries, and connections to powerful, secretive figures who had once threatened the stability of Allison's family. The further Madison delved, the more she realized the depth of Allison's concealment. It was no ordinary family secret, this was a web of deceit spanning years, carefully concealed to protect Allison from dangers she could scarcely imagine. Confronting Leslie was inevitable. Madison arranged a tense meeting, her emotions oscillating between anger, sorrow, and a desperate need for answers. Leslie, composed yet visibly wary, explained that her concealment was meant to protect Allison, but her words only inflamed Madison's sense of betrayal. How could Allison have been raised to believe a different story? How many moments, how many memories, were built on lies? The confrontation left Madison reeling, questioning the authenticity of every interaction she had ever witnessed within the family. The aftermath of the revelation rippled outward, like a stone thrown into a still pond, disturbing everything in its path. Allison's relationships with friends and family began to strain under the weight of suspicion and doubt. Naomi and Nicole, close confidants, were drawn into the chaos, their reactions a mixture of shock and incredulity. Suspicion and gossip spread like wildfire, further complicating interactions and forcing characters into difficult confrontations. Each revelation of Leslie's hidden past seemed to provoke a new layer of tension, pushing everyone to their emotional limits. The social dynamics shifted dramatically. Trust, once assumed, had to be rebuilt from scratch. Every gesture and comment from Allison now carried an undertone of scrutiny. Madison struggled with her own feelings of loyalty versus the undeniable truth. She wanted to support Allison, yet the realization that she had been deceived gnawed at her, creating a complicated blend of empathy and resentment. In private, Madison wrestled with questions of morality and familial obligation. Should she confront others with this information or protect Allison from further fallout? Meanwhile, Leslie's carefully maintained image began to crumble. The people around her, once unaware of her past machinations, started to see the subtle traces of manipulation and secrecy. Former alliances dissolved under the weight of truth. Those who had trusted her implicitly now viewed her actions through a lens of suspicion, evaluating every interaction as potentially duplicitous. Leslie found herself cornered, forced to reckon with the long-term consequences of a lifetime spent guarding secrets. The tension escalated further as the layers of Allison's concealed past emerged. Each revelation intensified the sense of urgency among those closest to her. Emotional confrontations became inevitable, and Madison found herself at the center, navigating the chaotic interplay of anger, fear, and confusion. The stakes were personal, moral, and social, creating a scenario in which every decision had potentially devastating consequences. The family, friends, and even outsiders were drawn into a spiraling drama that tested the limits of loyalty, trust, and forgiveness. Allison, meanwhile, faced her own internal struggle. The revelation of Leslie as her mother forced her to confront not just the past, but the identity she had built around the lies. Every relationship she had cultivated, every bond formed, was now subject to re-examination. She grappled with anger at Leslie for concealing the truth, frustration with Madison for discovering it, and guilt over the potential chaos her secret might have caused. The psychological weight of the secret became a force that threatened to overwhelm her, making every decision fraught with tension and uncertainty. As the story unfolded, the atmosphere was charged with suspense. Madison's discovery was not just a personal revelation, it was a trigger that activated a cascade of hidden truths and unspoken conflicts. Friends and family were drawn into heated arguments, alliances fractured, and old wounds reopened. The narrative explored the profound implications of hidden family histories, the moral complexity of deception, and the delicate balance between protection and betrayal. Each character's reaction highlighted the human vulnerability at the heart of the drama, creating a story both deeply personal and broadly relatable. The narrative climaxed in a series of confrontations that left everyone emotionally exhausted. Trust had to be renegotiated, relationships reassessed, and secrets confronted with honesty, no matter how painful. Madison emerged as both a witness and an agent of change, her discovery acting as a catalyst that forced the characters to face truths they had long avoided. Leslie's past, once carefully hidden, was now in the open, challenging the family to navigate the consequences and consider the future of their connections. Even as some questions remained unanswered, the story's tension ensured that the audience remained engaged, eager to see how the characters would rebuild, reconcile, or fracture further. The revelation about Allison's true parentage was not simply a plot device, it became a lens through which issues of trust, loyalty, identity, and familial duty were examined. Each character's choices reflected their values and fears, creating a dynamic, high-stakes narrative that captivated viewers and provoked intense emotional investment. By the story's conclusion, the family's landscape had changed irrevocably. Relationships were redefined, alliances reshaped, and each character had been forced to confront their own vulnerabilities. Madison, having discovered the truth, assumed a role of both observer and participant in the ongoing drama, illustrating the complex interplay of secrets and revelation that defines human relationships. Allison's confrontation with her past and the implications of Leslie's hidden history offered a compelling exploration of identity, family, and the consequences of deception. Please register and ring the bell to follow our channel to update the exciting and dramatic developments of the ongoing movie.